Paradise is a German Netflix sci-fi thriller set in the near future, where time has become a currency and people can sell their age for money. The film follows Max Thoma, an agent at a biotech company that enables this age transfer procedure, until his wife Elena is forcefully made to give up her age. It's an entertaining thriller with a satisfying plot. The film begins with an ad introducing the premise. A German biotech company named Aeon has developed a procedure that transfers time from one person to another, increasing the donor's age and restoring the recipient's youth. People desperate for money, often for education or better living conditions, agree to this in exchange for a hefty fee. Aeon admits that those with nothing else to sell but time are the ones using the service. The world also includes many migrants and asylum seekers, some of whom are compelled to sell their time to survive. Meanwhile, scholars, artists, and celebrities are recipients of this time, with Nobel laureates recently added to Aeon's elite list. Max Thoma, a donation manager at Aeon, persuades people to sell their age. Having sold 5 years of his own life for college, he convinces a migrant family to let their son sell 15 years. He's awarded as the best agent of the year. A group called the Atom Group opposes Aeon, warning that the company is worsening social and economic disparity. They carry out attacks on recipients and are seen as a violent organization. Although Elena's father, a staunch critic of modern technologies, disapproved of Max's role as a husband, Elena stood by him. After returning from a visit to her parents, the couple finds their apartment burned down. Initially hopeful that insurance will cover the damage, they are shocked when the company refuses compensation, blaming a candle supposedly left burning by Elena. With a bank loan still unpaid, they suddenly face immense financial pressure. Max pleads with Aeon's CEO, Sophie Thyssen, for help, offering to work harder in return for a loan, but only receives a small promotion. Nowhere near enough. Elena, a doctor at a community hospital, also cannot help financially. Their life had relied largely on Max's income and future prospects. Unable to repay the loan, Elena is arrested and taken to an Aeon facility, where 38 years are forcibly extracted from her life. She rapidly ages into an elderly woman, and the debt is considered paid. Max begs to donate his own time instead, but he's told there are no compatible recipients. When he insists he had donated years before, it's revealed that his prior recipient had recently died. Elena continues to claim she never left a candle burning, making the fire seem suspicious. Later in Paradise, it's confirmed there was a deeper conspiracy behind the accident. Aeon's CEO, Sophie Thyssen, had been searching for a compatible donor for herself. Sophie Thyssen claimed her search for a compatible donor was to further her research and eventually make age donation affordable and accessible to everyone. But to achieve that, she needed to live longer, meaning she had to receive time from a matching donor. Aeon had found such a match years ago. Elena. Max Thoma, Aeon's top donation manager, was sent to convince Elena, but instead the two fell in love and got married. Though Elena never donated her age, Sophie never gave up. The apartment fire was a setup to force Elena into giving up her time so Sophie could extend her life. As Max's employer, Aeon was aware of his financial struggles and ambition. They had inserted the forced age donation clause in the bank loan contract, waiting for the right moment to execute their plan. Max's only compatible recipient had recently died in a suspicious bike accident, strongly suggesting Aeon orchestrated it. This ensured Max couldn't donate his time, leaving Elena as the only viable option. The fire, almost certainly started by Aeon, was likely carried out by Sophie's trusted agent, Kaya. This secured Sophie's access to Elena's time. After the procedure, when Max meets Sophie again, he's shocked to see her looking significantly younger, confirming that she had received Elena's years. Elena's sudden aging drives a wedge between her and Max. Despite his attempts to comfort her, she is unable to cope and pushes him away. Their relationship deteriorates. Desperate to reverse the effects, Max meets a young girl selling drugs who clearly appears much younger than her natural age. Realizing she's undergone a reverse age transplant, Max learns of an underground group in Lithuania performing such illegal procedures outside of Aeon's control. Max is told he must find the recipient of Elena's time, and he decides to kidnap Sophie Thyssen. At a Berlin graveyard, he finds her alone and abducts her. The woman appears much younger than Sophie once did, which Max attributes to the age transplant. However, the woman insists she is Sophie's daughter, Marie, something Max refuses to believe. Paradise briefly maintains a mystery around her identity. Elena notices the absence of any surgical scar and starts to believe she might truly be Marie. Max counters that a recipient wouldn't have a mark due to the skin's rejuvenation. The young woman expresses disapproval of her mother's actions, but later tries to escape. Eventually, it's revealed she really is Mari Thyssen and had no part in the transplant. Max, like the world, believed Sophie had only one daughter who died of progeria years ago, an event that drove Sophie's interest in age transplantation. But Sophie had secretly kept her second daughter, Marie, hidden to protect her from public scrutiny. Despite realizing the mistake, Max still considers using Marie's time to reverse Elena's aging, suggesting Sophie can later return it to her. But this plan is interrupted by the Atom Group, a rebel faction led by Lilith. Having tracked Max and Elena, now fugitives, they capture the couple after learning of Marie's kidnapping. Lilith demands Max help set up a trap for Sophie, whom they plan to abduct. But the ambush fails when Kaya uncovers the plan, leading to a violent gunfight. Lilith is killed, Sophie is wounded, and Max, Elena, and Marie barely escape. With a chance to reach the Lithuanian underground for the reverse transplant, the couple escapes to the meeting point. However, Max suddenly changes his mind, realizing that taking Marie's time by force would make them no better than the very system they're fighting. On the other side, Elena too has a change of heart, as she grows more determined to reverse her age and get back her youth. Max's claims that Marie cannot reverse her age, since her mother is possibly dead, do not go well with Elena, and the woman now abandons her husband on their way. This truly marks the end, a rather sudden one, of Max and Elena's relationship. Elena reaches the secret meeting spot with Marie and ultimately gets an age transplant successfully, since Marie had the same DNA structure as Sophie, and so she was compatible with Elena. After the procedure, Marie is allowed to leave and is found by a trucker who takes her back to Sophie. Max walks his way to the nearest refugee camp in Lithuania and seems to realize that this illegal gang has also made age transplantation a business, just like Aeon. With this new knowledge and the realizations that he has had throughout the film, Max is convinced that he must stop this terrible procedure. In Paradise's ending, Max Thoma becomes the new leader of the Atom Group and leads an attack on an Aeon office campus. After Elena's successful age transplant and a return to youth, she finds love in a different man and is shown to be pregnant with his child. Sophie Thyssen, however, has no change from her cruel and selfish manner as she convinces her daughter Marie that she cannot give away her time to the dog-eater through a transplant, as Sophie still needs to conduct more research and therefore needs to be alive for a longer time. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and I hope you enjoyed the Paradise movie. We will meet in the next video.